My name's Harriet Baird and I'm a psychologist working at the Grantham Centre for Sustainable Futures at the University of Sheffield. This is a picture that was published in Life magazine in 1955. It shows a family who are quite literally celebrating the dawn of throwaway living. You can see straws, plates, bags, food containers flying through the air alongside the caption, "Disposable items cut down on household chores." In fact, the article claims that if you were to clean every single one of the items featured in this picture, it would take up to 40 hours. Except that no one need bother. Just use it once and throw it away. Nowadays, we don't see pictures like this in our magazines, but we do see pictures representing this in our oceans and littering beauty spots up and down the country. This has led people to the conclusion that all plastics are bad. However, plastics actually have a number of wonderful properties that's led to their widespread use. They're versatile, they're lightweight, they're easy to transport, and they're cheap to produce. The problem is the way that people, including organisations and manufacturers, think and behave with respect to plastic. Almost half of all plastic produced is only used once before being discarded. And as such, we often place little to no value on plastic as a resource. Disposable living is now deeply ingrained in our culture. Taking a psychological perspective is therefore crucial in order to understand the behavioural factors that lead to unnecessary plastic waste. If we identify these factors, then research can explore what strategies and interventions we need to develop in order to target these factors and ultimately reduce waste. For example, research has indicated that convenience, habits, and societal norms are all associated with an increase in plastic use. However, research has also shown that situational factors, such as having access to plastic-free alternatives, are also important. So we need to consider the role of human behaviour in meeting these challenges, but we also need the appropriate infrastructure and opportunities to provide an alternative way for people to act. At the University of Sheffield, we're specifically looking at factors that influence people's attitudes and behaviours with respect to reuse and reusable packaging. For example, a water bottle or Tupperware that is frequently refilled and used will become worn and discoloured over time. At what point does the change in the appearance of the container reduce a consumer's willingness to then use that container? We have developed a new method for identifying how worn and dirty a container needs to become before people become unwilling to reuse it. We show people images of different containers that vary from very clean to very dirty in order to mimic changes in appearance over time. And then we ask people whether they'd be willing to use that container or use the product inside of that container. We found huge variations in the point at which people deemed a container unacceptable for reuse. Some people liked things exceptionally clean, others were willing to use a container that was actually quite dirty. We're now exploring what factors might influence these decisions. Where would you fall on the continuum?